Hi and welcome. Today in this full body flow, we're going to build towards Firefly pose or Tittibhasana. Throughout class, we will gradually be preparing the wrists, the shoulders, the core area, the hips and the hamstrings before putting it all together near the end. If a Firefly pose isn't your favorite arm balance or it's just not happening for you today, please don't worry. It's only going to be a small portion of the class and you can spend that time in rest or perfecting another arm balance or other pose that you've been working on. If you're new to Firefly pose and would like some extra support, a set of blocks will come in handy, and also a pillow to have a soft landing in case you need it. We're going to start lying on our backs today. Once you land on your back, let the arms rest next to the sides. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. Let's just take a few moments here, breathing in and out through the nose with big inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up above the head. Grab left wrist with right hand. Pull the shoulder blade up off the back. Step the feet over to the right and then curve the body. Arms come over to the right as well. You're making a banana shape here. Feeling a nice side stretch and shoulder stretch on the left side. Release back to center and change sides. Release from the stretch. Lift the arms above the head. Let's roll out the wrists here. Moving in both directions. Bring the palms together. Bend into the elbows like you're bringing the palms down towards the chest in prayer. Keep the heels of the palms pressed together. Stretching the wrist here. Stretching the forearms and the backs of the arms. Let the stretch go. Bring the arms back down to the sides. Flatten the lower back towards the mat and lift both legs overhead. Let's just draw a few circles in the sky with our toes. Moving in one direction, rolling over the sacrum or circling over the sacrum here as you do this. And change directions. Keep the core hugged in tight. Come to stillness, bend the knees, soles of feet together, butterfly pose with the feet in the air. Press the elbows to the insides of the knees and press the knees into the elbows. Opening the inner thighs. Also feel some nice heat building in the shoulders here. Release from the butterfly pose. Cross right leg over left and left arm over right. Bend knees, bend elbows. Just give yourself a nice body hug here. Hug the thighs together and separate the shoulder blades. Release and just change sides. This time left leg is over right, right arm is over left. Hug elbows towards one another. Again, let the shoulder blades separate and hug the thighs towards one another, resisting there. Unravel from your stretch. Point the right toes up towards the ceiling, lower the left arm. Take the arms up overhead, and we're gonna make fists in and out here, and circle out the right leg. You can hover the left toes or you can lower the left leg. We're just drawing big circles with the right leg here. Making fists with the hands. Heating up our core, getting some mobility in the hips and hamstrings, and warming up our wrists. Circle in the other direction. Make your circles smooth and slow. And then change the legs out. Both legs come up first. This time lower right leg. Keep up with the fists, squeezing in and out tightly and quickly. Big circles in one direction. And change directions. Lower the feet to the ground. Rest the hands by the sides for a moment. Lift the legs back up again. Straighten the legs. This time make a V shape with the legs. Reach the arms overhead and let's lift arms, head, neck, shoulders, and reach in between the legs. If your elbows meet up with your thighs, press elbows into thighs and thighs into elbows, or it might be your wrists that meet up with the thighs, or it might be your shoulders that meet up with the thighs. Wherever your arms meet the legs, resist here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the torso. Keep the right leg pointed up high. Lower the left. Reach the arms overhead. And this time, we're gonna cactus the arms, bending into the elbows and then straightening the arms, making sure you keep contact with the elbows in the ground. We're just holding our right leg up, but also we're trying to stretch the right hamstring. So we're gonna use the strength of our hip flexor here to draw the leg towards the head as much as possible, holding here for 8, 7, 6, stretching the hamstring, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap it out. Right leg lowers, left leg lifts, and then we try to stretch the hamstring without any assistance, just the hip flexor, the strength of the hip flexor. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lower the feet down to the mat. Keep the knees bent. Pause here. One more big breath here. And lift both legs up again, bring them back into a V. We've got one more round. Lift the arms, lift the head, the neck, the shoulders, lifting into that sit where we're pressing the elbows into the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, press legs into arms, 2, and 1. Keep the torso lifted. Grab onto the big toes or the ankles, wherever your hands make contact. We're gonna come all the way up to seated and balance on our tailbone here. So as you're ready, rock it up. Legs stay separated, balancing here. Nice big deep breaths. Bend into the right knee, tap the right heel down, straighten the right leg, bend into left. Couple more rounds. Next time both legs are up, pause for another 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees, lower the feet down to the mat, keep them fairly wide. Lift the chest high, sit up tall, and get as much of your arm inside, both arms, inside the knees as possible. And then extend the arms straight in front of you. Toes are pointed straight ahead, knees are lifted towards the ceiling. Resist knees into arms and hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Release from there. Turn so that you're facing the long side of the mat. Keep the feet fairly wide, knees are bent, and we're gonna drop the knees off to the left into a 90 and 90 shape. With or without the hands on the mat, we're gonna lift the knees and drop them off to the right. Go back to the other side. You might want to situate yourself so that your knees land on the mat. Continue on with this movement, or if you'd like to add a lift at the top of your fold, do that. Lifting the hips. And let's do one more round on each side here. The next time you've landed with your left foot forward, clasp the hands behind you. Let's forward fold over the left knee. Lift up, reach the right arm behind you, and take a side bend over to the right. Lift back up. Let's take that to the second side. Clasp the hands behind you, this time with the opposite thumb on top. Open the chest and forward fold over the right knee. Lift it up, release the clasp, and side bend over to the left here. Release. Head back over to the other side and pause there. And this time, lift the hips. See if you can rotate the left foot so that it comes directly under the bum, and extend the right leg long. Reach the arms overhead. Feel a nice hip flexor stretch on the right side. Sit it back, come back into that 90-90 shape with the legs, take it to the back. Again, once you get there, lift hips, extend left leg, back bend. One more time on each side, lower, head back towards the front, get the left heel under the glutes, extend the right, reach the arms up. And lower, one more time to the back of the mat. And head back to the front. This time, once we get our leg extended and knee in place, reach the arms overhead, we're gonna head for a standing splits next with the right foot forward, left leg lifted. So lower the arms, lean forward, step the right foot forward, lift the left leg. Steady breathing. And then bend into the left knee and the right knee, Shiva squat. Extend the left leg 2 more times. And then lower it back down, left knee comes down, right leg extends behind us. We find that back bend. Flow through 90-90 knees all the way to the back. Find your back bend. This time, left foot steps forward. We make our way into standing splits. Right leg lifts. And then bend into both knees. Find your Shiva squat. Two more times. Lower the right knee back down, extend the left. Lower back down. Make your way back to the top of the mat. This time, lift the right leg, sweep it around in front of you, cross the knees, stack the knees on top of one another. Feet can be close to the hips or out to the sides a little bit more, and forward fold over the knees. Change sides. Nice. Lift up from your stretch. Uncross the legs. We're going to make our way to a forward fold at the top of the mat. So you can attempt to come up with or without the hands. Make your way to forward fold. Feet about hip width distance. Holding the fold here. Feel free to grab opposite elbows and sway if you'd like. Come to stillness in the center. If you've grabbed opposite elbows, lower the hands, step the feet wide into a straddle and find another forward fold there. See if you can get into the hamstrings a little more. Let the head lower. Lift the torso a little bit. Step the feet closer together and bend into the knees. Allow your shoulders and your arms to come back inside the legs, inside the knees. Squeeze the knees into the shoulders, squeeze the arms into the legs. Pressing and holding, squeezing for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the squeeze. Step the feet just slightly wide again. Reach the palms behind you on the mat. And let the head hang. Just this one final stretch here before we start to flow. Release, step the feet back together, and let's roll all the way up to standing. Let's begin our flow. On the inhale, reach the arms high, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. And exhale, hop or step back to plank pose. From your plank, lower down into chaturanga and hold. Lift the right toes. Lift the left toes. Lift the right toes and into your upward dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Stretch it out any way you like. And then feet make their way to the hands at the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Extend or forward fold. And rise all the way to standing. Exhale, hands by the sides. Round 2. Inhale, reach the arms high, forward fold. Half lift. Hop or step back to plank. And lower into your chaturanga. This time left toes lift. Set them down, right toes. Left toes. Find your up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Rise all the way to standing. Inhale, reach the arms above the head, and exhale, hands by the sides. Adding on, inhale and exhale into your fold. Halfway lift. And take it back. You can do a three-legged chaturanga if you'd like, lifting the right foot. Up dog. Take it back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, right toes lift, step it forward into warrior one. Clasp the hands behind the back. Humble your warrior, open the chest first, and forward fold. We're aiming to get the shoulder inside the right knee. Arms reach overhead here. When we lift up, we're headed straight to warrior two. And find Skandasana at the back of the mat. Right leg straightens, sit it deep into the left leg. Next is side angle. Traction with the right heel, pulling yourself forward. Open the chest to the left. Find your side angle. Option here to bind. We're trying to get shoulder next to or inside the right knee. Internally rotate. Reach around for the right hip and grab left wrist, rolling the left shoulder open. Gaze lifts. Unwind, hands frame the front foot, chaturanga, vinyasa between sides, Lift the left toes this time if you'd like. Take it back to your downward facing dog. On the next inhale, the left toes sweep high, warrior one. And humble your warrior. Opposite thumb comes on top. Open the chest first. Left shoulder inside the left knee. Arms reach for the sky or the ceiling. Warrior two. Skandasana, left leg straightens. Sit deep into the right side hip here. Hands for support, if you'd like that. And side angle is next, or bound side angle. And vinyasa. Step the feet together at the back of the mat. Exhale as you lower, and inhale to lift. Exhale to downward facing dog. Feet make their way to the hands. Half lift. Find your forward fold and come all the way up. Exhale, hands by the sides. Chair pose. A few breaths here in chair. And then straighten the legs on the exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. And take it back. Three-legged chaturanga if you'd like to keep the right toes lifted. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale, right toes lift, high lunge. From our high lunge, we're headed to warrior three. Find that Shiva squat. Bend into the right knee and the left knee. Straighten the right knee and the left knee. 2 more times. Squat and lift. Last time here. Back to your warrior three. And we're stepping back to warrior one. Humble your warrior. Clasp the hands behind you, open the chest, and fold it forward. Warrior two is next. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Pause here for a breath. And then come to seated. Let the right arm fall inside the right leg and find a side bend. Left knee is still bent. Release from the side bend. If you have a bind in your practice, bind with the left arm around the left leg, or you can grab onto the left knee with the hand. Sitting up tall here. And stay there, or lift the right leg off the mat and sweep it around in front of you. Sitting up tall. Lift the right leg and sweep it back to the front of the mat. Release from the bind, come back into your Skandasana. And we head for that side angle at the top of the mat. This time, heel toe the right foot off to the right side of the mat. Rotate the chest down towards the mat and come onto the ball of the back foot. If it's possible, keep the bind if you're binding. If not, it's all right. But we're stepping the left foot to the top of the mat. Release the bind if you have it at this point. Find a bend in the knees. Snuggle your shoulders in between the knees. And let's press knees and shoulders together again. For 2 and 1. Sit deep into a yogi squat. Rock from side to side. And then straighten the legs, hug knees into shoulders again. See how possible it is to get the legs a little bit straighter. Sit deep into your squat. Straighten the legs, find that forward fold, let the head hang heavy. See if it's possible to get a little more length out of those hamstrings. One more time. Bending into the knees. And let's take a vinyasa between sides. You can hop it back from here. Keep the left toes lifted if you want it. And find downward facing dog. On the inhale, the left toes lift, and we step it forward to high lunge. Warrior three is next. 3 Shiva squats. And step back to warrior 1. Set up for your humble warrior. Clasp the opposite thumb on top this time. Open the chest and find your forward fold. Warrior 2. Skandasana. And then sit it down. Left arm comes inside or on top of the left leg, wherever it lands. Find a nice side bend here. Lift the torso, either grab the knee with the arms, or if you'd like to bind, find your bind, open the left shoulder. And then if you'd like to lift the left leg, sweep it around in front of you. Sweep it back to the front. And lift back up into your Skandasana, followed by that bound side angle. Now square the chest back off to the mat. We come on to the ball of the right foot and we're stepping the feet together at the top of the mat. Release from the bind, bend into the knees a little more. Drop the shoulders in between the knees. And let's find that Malasana squat. Rock back and forth a little bit. Mobilize hips. Straighten the legs. Press shoulders and knees together here. Lengthen the hamstrings. Bend the knees again. Straighten the legs, find your fold. Really resisting knees and shoulders into one another. And then release the resistance. Roll all the way to standing. Inhale the arms overhead, step feet together. And exhale the hands by the sides. Bend into the knees, find your chair pose. Hands can come to prayer. Let's take a twist over to the right. Either use the strength of your core to hold you there. If you'd like a little more depth in the stretch, you can hook the elbow. If you're hooking the elbow, try not to crank or force yourself into position, but just keep it a light resistance there. And try to take up the slack with the strength of your core. Release and take it to the second side. Come back to center. Step the left foot back and find high lunge. Warrior 3 is next. From your warrior three, sweep the left foot forward and extend the left leg in front of you. Holding here for 3, 2, and half moon is next. Sweep the left foot behind you. Lower the hands to the ground or hover the hands if you want. Open the chest to the left for half moon. And let's transition to lizard lunge. Step the left foot behind you, hands plant, heel toe right foot to the right. Lift the chest, drop the hips. And then snuggle right shoulder underneath the right knee if possible. Reach the hand off to the side of the mat. Option to stay there. If you'd like to find airplane wings in your lizard, do that. And we're headed to warrior two next. Unwind and cartwheel the arms up. Warrior two. Skandasana at the back of the mat. And then sit it down, find that side bend here. Lift the torso back up, find your Skandasana. Let's head back to the top of the mat to that lizard lunge again. Ball of the back foot, hands are on the inside of the right leg. This time, bind your lizard, if possible, shoulder underneath the knee. If binding is a bad idea for you, just keep the hands on the mat. You're grabbing left wrist with the right hand. Like we did the last time, we're stepping the left foot forward to the top of the mat. So shift your weight into your right foot a little bit, get light in the left toes, and step the feet together. We have our first opportunity to practice Firefly now. Unravel the arms if you've taken the bind. We're gonna have 2 chances to practice this today. The first time, I'm gonna demonstrate with blocks behind the heels. If you want, and the second time I won't be using blocks. If you would like to grab a pillow for a soft landing, place it behind you. The tendency is to fall backwards in this one. So get yourself set up. Bend into the knees deeply. We're bringing the shoulders inside the knees like we've been doing all practice. Only now you need to bend the knees even more so that your hands can be flat on either the blocks or on the mat. Your fingertips are pointed towards the heels, and you're making a shelf with the backs of your arms to rest your thighs on. The elbows are stacked directly above the wrists. Once you find yourself in this position, gaze forward a little bit and come onto the tiptoes. From here, you can practice lifting one toe and then lifting the second toe. And then if you feel stable, you can try lifting both feet and balancing there. And then if you'd like, try straightening the legs. Remember that your tendency is gonna wanna be to fall back, so you need to keep the weight shifted forward just a little bit. Your knees are really pressing into your shoulders and your elbows, and you're resisting the knees with the arms as well. Set the feet down. Find your forward fold, and let's take a few breaths here. If you want to keep playing with it a little bit, go ahead. We will have another chance to practice on the second side here. Steady your breath. And walk the feet a little closer together. Let's come all the way up to standing. We've got one more side of that sequence to do. Inhale the arms overhead and exhale the hands by the sides. Let's sit back into our chair pose. Take a few breaths here. And then as you're ready, we're stepping back to high lunge with the right foot behind us this time, left foot is forward. Warrior 3 is next. Hands come to prayer, lifting up. And we're coming to standing with the right leg extended. Hip flexor strength here for another 3, 2, and 1. Half moon. Moving slowly. Lifted leg is just as active as your standing leg here. And we're stepping back into that lizard lunge. So heel toe the left foot over, drop the hips, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Nice and steady breath. And then we reach the left shoulder underneath the left arm. Left hand comes out to the left, or if you'd like to bring the arms into airplane wings, do so now. You're on the ball of the back foot. Chest is low. Unwind, warrior 2. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Right knee bends. Chest is high. Hands on the ground for support. And come to seated, finding that stretch. Right shoulder rolls open here. Lift back up into Skandasana. We're headed back to the top of the mat to a bound lizard. Roll onto the ball of the back foot, left shoulder, inside left knee. Roll the right shoulder open. And same thing, we're stepping right foot to the top of the mat. With or without the bind, unravel from your bind. Opportunity 2 for Firefly pose. Again, if this is not your favorite thing to do, find rest or work on something else that you enjoy doing, or maybe something you're trying to perfect. Snuggle the shoulders inside the knees, toes point forward, as much of the arm inside there as possible. Make that shelf, bend deep into the knees, make the shelf with the backs of your arms, hands on the floor. Lift the gaze. Before you start to lift the feet, check in with your engagements. So we need knees pressing into shoulders, shoulders pressing into knees or arms, wherever they are. The core is engaged. The mula bandha is engaged. That's in the core area around the perineum muscles. Hug the navel to the spine. Lift the feet, one after the other or both as you're ready. Gazing forward and breathing. And when you're done playing around with it, come on out of it. Roll out the wrists, come to standing, find a forward fold here. Roll out the wrists, let the head hang. Don't let me rush you. Keep working on it if you'd like. You do not have to be going at the same speed. And now bend into the knees enough so that your hands come down to the ground. Step the feet behind you, keep them fairly wide, and then lower to the knees like you're kind of in a wide-legged tabletop. We're gonna find puppy pose with the knees wide. Reach the arms forward, drop the chest. As you release from your puppy pose, come onto the balls of the feet and walk yourself back into Malasana Yogi Squat. Wiggle around, make the adjustments you need to make to get comfortable. Spine is tall, elbows and knees press into one another. Let's find a Malasana twist. Right arm off the right side, left arm reaches high. Welcome to bind if you want, or give your shoulders a break. Release from the twist. Drop the right knee down to the ground. Tuck the ankle underneath and stretch the left foot out in front of you, kind of like a half splits, but not quite. Lift the torso back up, make your way back into your Malasana squat without the hands if possible, working on our mobility all throughout class here. Let's stretch left arm out to the left, right arm lifts. Release from the twist this time. Left knee down to the mat. Come to kneeling. Right leg stretches forward. Step back into your Malasana. Pause here just for another breath here. And then walk the feet a little bit closer together, toes point forward, and come all the way to seated. Extend the legs straight in front of you. From here, bend into the right knee. Place the sole of the right foot on the ground. Reach around, grab the knee. Right hand comes behind you, take the twist. Unravel. Scoot over to the left side of the mat. Drop the right knee out to the right. The sole of the foot is inside the right thigh. Place the right hand behind you. Let's lift the hips and reach the left arm overhead. From here, we're gonna get our right knee so that it's directly under us. So we come into more of a gate pose than a wild thing. And if you'd like to try it, reach back and grab the left foot with the left hand. Finding a gentle back bend here. Come back into your side bend here. And then lower the hips back down, right foot back on the inside of the left leg, forward fold. Release from the fold. Straighten the right leg, bend the left. Knee points up and find your twist. Keep the right leg activated. Unwind from your twist. Lower the left knee and press the hips high. Get the left knee under you a little bit more if you'd like to reach back and grab the right foot. Release. Side bend briefly. Lower the hips and forward fold over the right leg. Release from the fold. Extend the left leg. Let's just take a really quick seated forward fold with both legs in front of us. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, spine tall, and then fold. Lengthen the hamstrings. And roll all the way down to the back. As soon as you land there, press up into your bridge pose. Take any variations you enjoy here. We're going to do 2 rounds of this. Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose, also an option, of course. And gently lower all the way down. Windshield wiper the legs before we do round 2. And make your way into the second round. Begin to lower. Allow yourself a moment. Regulate the breath. Extend the left leg long, reach the right leg overhead, grab the toe or the ankle, and relax the shoulder to the ground. Enjoy this stretch. Keep the left leg active. Left hip pressing down. Open the right leg out to the right. Keep the left hip on the ground. Take your gaze or turn your head in the opposite direction. Sweep the leg through center and drop it off on the other side. Change the clasp. Head turns towards the right hand. Come back to center and swap it out. Left shoulder is relaxed, right hip presses down. Open it out to the side. Cross over the body. Change the clasp. And find your Savasana. Bring the body alive again with some small movements. Just take a full body stretch. Bring the feet together. Reach arms overhead and engage. See if you can get every single muscle in your body to squeeze, get taller. For 3, 2, keep squeezing, and 1, release and relax. Make your way onto your side and then up to seated as you feel ready. Nice work today, everyone. Whether you found yourself balancing in Firefly pose or whether you discovered that you're still working on Firefly pose, every part of today's practice made you stronger. If you enjoyed this class, I would love to have you practice with me again soon. There are plenty more strength-focused level 2-3 classes here on the channel to help you keep building towards your goals. Thanks again for practicing with me today, and I will see you in the next class. Have a beautiful day.